viable to pick the Batrider in this game. And then Batrider versus a Razor, if the Bat does not get destroyed at like level 2, level 3, then Bat is, or before that rather, I think Bat does extremely well against Razor, as we saw in the last game.
So are you on the Spirit train?
I'm on the Spirit train for this one. I am.
I do like the things that they're busting out on the side of Secret, but I just feel like I've seen them play this sort of a draft on the side of Spirit, and they know exactly how to execute this in a very textbook manner. Always helps when they're on heroes that they're super comfortable with too. We talk about Maposhka being on the Phoenix. Talk about Toronto Tokyo. Oh, okay, all right. Hey Nisha, what's up? Gonna slow him down. They throw out the hammer, but it's still first blood going to Collapse. So this Bat is having a great time. That was a great catch from Mira.
Damn, I mean, that's really good for him too, because he started with this no regen build, so he can send out regen now. And Mira has a Boots of Speed build, so he's gonna go to cut the wave. Puppy?
And Mira's just dunking them, tossing them back right into everyone else here. So that's gonna be some of that region that Puppy's going to have to chew through now. They just ping out Mira. It's just like, yeah.
There he is
Look
again.
At this silly guy. There he is. Watch out, boys.
He's coming for round 3.
You better watch it. He's gonna toss you. Tiny Airlines. Yeah. Pew! Right back over to the Phoenix. They're gonna go and burst down a little bit. And Mira, yeah, he's taking some damage, but he's gonna be just fine here. He just walks away. Chrysalis, like, still chasing after him, but he cannot get over there quick enough.
Oh,
that plasma field
they
just
could have gotten him.
Little bit short.
Yeah, that's the Boots of Speed advantage there from Mira. If that plasma field hits, then the Skywrath will have vision as well to use the concussive shot. 120 damage, that's 100% a kill. But yeah. Mira with the boots. He built the boots because I think he wants to cut the wave down here. No, I'm lying, actually. Yatoro is playing in the off lane. They're going to do some aggro. Maybe aggro tri-lane. Oh, no.
I kind of like this just because... this is kind of weird, though, right? Because we talked about the fact that, you know, this Razor... and again, we weren't sure if this was going to be the offlane Razor or what, but he's able to do these magic nukes onto the Weaver. Although Puppy getting very harassed here by Maposhka. Oof. It's a lot of space here for Yatoro.
I think the supports determine a lot of these matchups too, though. Like, I don't remember exactly what happened in the last game, but I'm pretty sure Puppy was...
We just watched the last game.
No, I know, but it's like... we didn't spend all the time like staring at the lane with Weaver in it, right? So like I don't know if Puppy was like running away to runes or if he was getting like unlucky with the creep, if it was like left to a 1v1. It's like hard to say. Sometimes like even an item build can determine like who wins a 1v1. Like if it needs to go 2 Wraith Bands or something like that. To Collapse is the support in this lane. Zoning while Mira pulls the creep back. That's pretty cool.
I mean, I feel like this has got to be so awkward to play against too when you've got, you know, these melee heroes trying to face off with the sticky napalm. That is very, very obnoxious.
Yeah, Collapse should do very well in this lane versus a Dawnbreaker. Eventually, like Batrider's first few levels are complete garbage. Which is why he's like mostly played as a mid laner. But once you get some levels, Batrider is absolutely toxic. Like you want to rush boots, win lace, and get like level 3, level 4 on this hero, and then all of a sudden you can start getting kills.
Mira's holding on to this point here in the top lane. He's continuing to harass a little bit, but this lane's going quite well. Bottom lane, just seeing a bit of harassment going back and forth. They'll get a courier snipe. Maposha's just really keeping Puppy on his toes here, just constantly making him respond to him.
Not going for the Icarus dive here, because sometimes you can get caught by the battery assault and you get stuck, and all of a sudden Puppy feels like he can just run after Maposhka hitting him. Like if Maposhka leaves the Icarus dive up, then... Oh, Collapse gets the kill.
Collapse gets the kill. I mean, you stack up that sticky.
Yep, that's the boots timing on Batrider. I really like the build that Collapse did this game. Also, getting first blood means he gets the boots super early. And so, yeah.
Drops soon. Mid lane pretty calm though. Do you see that Nisha sitting at 21-4, Toronto Tokyo 16-2. So he's a little bit behind here, but of course did manage to get the kill on Nisha earlier, which I'm sure was a bit of a confidence booster as Resolution turns back around and gets a revenge kill on Collapse.
Another one of those situations where he used a bunch of his resources to get a kill and goes down to the Skywrath as well. Skywrath is so strong at killing heroes in early level.
And you see that going on here in the top lane. They're going to try to put the pressure over onto Mir. Does use the Avalanche to toss back. And they'll try to get some body blocks here. Mir sitting so very low, but does have the boost. That final hit though coming off from the Skywrath will ensure that he will die, and Collapse will get the revenge on Zayat.
Collapse is super happy with how this game is going. Batrider in a side lane can feel so rough. You can get really punished in the early levels. So the fact that the game is, he's got 3 kills right now is, like, he's basically a mid Batrider, which is very scary, given that he's not really countered.
Bottom lane, a little bit of damage coming out here with Plasma Field. Maposhka is going to end up dying, and Yathro sitting quite low. Does get the swarm off, but he is going to need to regen up using that Ring of Health. And Mira making his own rotation towards the mid lane, looking to try to put some pressure over onto Nisha. Does drop a ward while he's over in the area.
Yatoro, by the way, tried to go, he's going for Ring of Health, or he has a Ring of Health, rather, to try to deal with the Razor harass that's coming out. As we can see, again, it's not going well for the Weaver lane. Razor is dumpstering him because, in my experience, this is just actually how this lane goes. Weaver's stats are too low to deal with it.
Nice Avalanche coming into play. Mira with the toss back over onto Collapse. Has to watch out for the Starbreaker, and he does manage to dodge around. So with that Firefly, they'll kill off Zayat, and they're chasing after Rezo. Don't have any way to kind of slow him down as they go for a bit of a dive underneath the tower. Does have to be a little careful. They've got 5 stacks of sticky over on this guy. Mira just tanking the tower. The toss up. That's a kill, and it's gonna be a suicide from Mira.
Collapse could go Boots of Travel if he wanted. He's super huge. He's opting not to, though. He's going to go for the Tranquil Boots build. Build into those, what's that new item called? The drums item.
I call them bongo boots. I know that's not their official name. They're boots of bearing.
Right, that's it.
Bongo boots sound like way more fun, though. They sound like party boots.
It's a good Boots of Bearing game, actually, though. Like, he's playing against a bunch of slows, so like 4 of the heroes on Secret's lineup have some sort of slow.
This rotation going top here from Nisha. It's gonna zip forward over onto Mira. Gonna try to toss back. They do have the lasso if they wanted to try to go for something, but with that double damage and being all alone, it doesn't seem like Collapse wants to make this play. But they do have 3 heroes over in the bottom lane, putting the pressure over Casals. They're onto Tokyo. Gonna open up with the X, followed up with a boat. They get right back here, over onto Chrysalis, into the Torn, into the clicks, and they'll get their own kill in the bottom lane.
Let's see, what's the catapult situation like? Can either of these kills be transitioned? Toronto Tokyo is sticking around, by the way. This is the thing to do right now, especially with Kunkka. You just form up the jungle camps in the area, and if the enemy guy comes back, you kill him a second time. They feel really bad and regret their life choices.
Understandable.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Doesn't look like anyone's making their way to the bottom tower, though.
Yeah, Crystal,
see that puppy kind of waddling over, but
are fortified.
Laps, top lane, got the silence, get the drain, Rezo pincering over. That's just a dead Batrider. That's gonna get themselves a tower with a 1 cardy intact.
Dire's top tower.
Unfortunately for Spirit, their cart is it died, so I don't know how much pressure they can really put on the bot tower.
Top tower's gonna go down here. Rezo with the final hit. Puppy does wander over. Not sure if they make the plays over in the mid lane. They see Mira. Yep, the concussive shot, the silence. In comes the Dawnbreaker trying to say, nah, he'll get the kill.
Things going very well for Secret so far. Nisha's being quite active, also running into the enemy jungle here. Of course, taking that top tower opens it up. As Spirit, they're trying to push the bot tower very slowly.
be able to get a kill on Puppy while they're down here.
Tower is under attack.
Takes them doing the X coming in, a couple clicks, and Maposhka will burn. Poor little Puppy. They also see Rezo here with a nice deep ward, but doesn't look like Rezo really wants to hang around, so they'll probably just let go of it because over in the mid lane they're smoked up on Spirit.
Radiant are
Laps
scanning.
and Mira go for a bit of a scan. They realize that somebody's nearby, but they're gonna go for the aggressive play. They're just gonna focus down on this bottom tower for the time being.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they finally get it. Toronto Tokyo did have to sit there for the entire duration while they slowly poked at that tower. Ooh, Crystallis top.
Oh, Crystallis, there it is, the avalanche, the firefly, and they'll even go for that lasso to ensure that they get the kill on the Razor, but they have to be careful because in comes the Storm Spirit, the drag back over onto Collapse, need a little bit more damage, and just with this rotation from Nisha, they ensure that they can keep Crystallis alive, and they get themselves a double kill. Very nicely done from the side of Secret.
Fluffy hat, Moxie. He built a fluffy hat, and that actually saved him in that fight. Wow, that's funny.
You gotta protect your head and your neck.
You really do. I don't even know if Razor has a neck. He's just all head.
I'm not sure about that. Over in the mid lane, oh my god. Maposhka evaporates there. It's like a boiling point of water.
Yeah, that's easy. That's an easy combo. They've got the clock plus Sky, but also Storm plus Sky. Like, Zayats has multiple heroes that he can play around in this game, which feels really good for him. Ooh, regen rune top. Nisha's so happy about that.
Yeah, gonna be able to zap it up, and is he gonna try to go, perhaps try to keep Puppy alive? Nah, it's not looking like it, because there's 3 heroes here, so they'll end up losing their position 5.
Nisha also got the Fairies Trinket, by the way, so...
Oh, all right, this is Gaben smiling down on Nisha today, apparently.
This is, yeah. It's like how Dota always tends to give you like a double damage in front of the Roche pit whenever you're winning. It's like Gaben sees that Secret is doing very well in this tournament, and he's like, you know what? Here's a regen, Nisha. Here's a Fairies Trinket.
I believe in you, little buddy.
Regeneration.
I mean, not that, you know, you shouldn't believe in them considering their standings right now. They've only
That's
dropped
right.
1 game, and it's been Team Spirit. They're definitely playing aggressively in the dire jungle. You can feel that Spirit's not happy about this. They're going to force them back. They're still hanging around. Nisha's not willing to give up this area. Trying to force them over as they don't have the Weaver nearby. Mira running forward here, thinking perhaps, all right, you know, if anyone's out of position, I'll give him a toss back. Crystallis just standing over on the side. I feel like it's like, not gonna fall for that one again, but Puppy in with the hook shot, immediately going to split Mira off from the rest of the team, and that's a very elegant pick off here in the jungle.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at where Secret is farming on the map, it's like they're invading this Spirit jungle. Yatoro's farming bot, but so is Resolution. And so basically, it's just like Rezo versus Yatoro, and then none of the rest of Spirit is farming. And Secret's getting like the few jungle camps in the jungle. But they are making the rotation now. They're looking for the easy pickoff on Yatoro. Oh, they think he goes to the triangle.
Oh, they see him. They see him. The ping. Oh, he is most likely very dead here. Open up with the Ancient Seal, the drag back. They don't even need the Solar Guardian. But you know, Rezo's like, I would like to use my ultimate, thank you. And there, oh my god, now he gets himself an Arcane Rune.
Yep, Gaben smileth upon you, Nisha. That is a nice rune. He's running towards top where Spirit is smoked to. They're trying to take back their jungle, which has been invaded by Secret for the last few minutes. Just giving them that gold lead.
They're smoked, though. They don't know that Mira and Maposhka are over here. It's aggressive posturing. Okay, they do see Crystallis. They have to be careful, though, because they've had problems in the past. Oh, no, the hook going in. It's just so in the way. As they go for the egg, they're going to try to just chop it down. They do manage to find a Collapse getting dragged back over on the backside here as he's getting drained by Crystallis. They have the X, but they have the silence on Toronto Tokyo. Now the zip forward coming out from Nisha. He's just dishing out the damage. Both will come in. It's not enough to save the Kunkka, though, as they do toss back over on Crystallis. They need something here. Mira taking all of that Mystic Flare to the face. It feels very bad. The silence over onto Yatoro. He already tried to use the time lapse, but at the end of the day, they end up losing 4 on the side of Team Spirit.
Dire's middle
I feel like
tower
Zayat's got like 3 silences off in that fight, and they're all really impactful. Like finishing off on Yatoro there, and also he used it on Toronto Tokyo right in the middle of the fight so that he couldn't get the boat off, which would have possibly turned that whole engagement. Obviously his ults have been very impactful too. Nisha with the nice zips, he zips out with his arcane rune like just ending, and does like the cool guys don't look at explosions thing where he just leaves one auto attack that finishes off Toronto Tokyo. I think it was Toronto Tokyo in the tower, or maybe it was Collapse.
Puppy with a nice pick off over onto Collapse. Before was trying to use the Sunray to keep him alive, but he just cannot do enough when you have all 5 heroes on the side of Team Secret jumping on your offlaner.
This fight was nice. Nisha, like, sliver of mana left. Also, Crystallis with a sliver of HP left. These little like tank items, these building along the way. The fluffy hat, the ogre axe. These items are keeping him alive. It just goes to show like what a slight net worth lead does for you in Dota. It requires like 1 extra nuke to kill you, and given the fact that you're ahead, like the enemy team has less levels in their nukes or less mana, or they die too quickly, and then all of a sudden like they don't kill you in a fight.
Yeah, it's definitely these little just itemizations that can make such a huge difference, even though they're not big or flashy. I'm curious though, how do they place? Because Team Spirit keeps wandering back into their jungle, because obviously they'd like to take it back. This is, of course, you know, the prime area, so that way they have a Roche point as well. But every time they wander in, they're just losing the fights. Like, insanity is the act of doing something over and over again and expecting a different outcome, and we're not seeing a different outcome.
Yeah, I mean, approaching it in a different way, I think, is the way to go. Oh man, they see his X. Oh, nice
nope.
try.
That's close.
Yeah, there was a Toronto Tokyo was doing some X mark shenanigans on the mid wave, and Puppy almost got him, but did not end up connecting on the hook.
Gonna try to get the jump again over on Toronto Tokyo, and they have it. In comes Rezo. Now you've got a lot of heroes in this top portion of the map for the side of Secret. There is Collapse and Mira up here, so perhaps they can close the gap on them. A little bit of that hop. Don't have the hook shot though over on Puppy just yet. So we'll just start to get themselves in position. Maybe go for a little bit of a D ward over here on the side. And Spirit continuing to try to find farm just by mirroring.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Anisha's even moving into the Spirit Triangle to yoink farm there. That's kind of been the name of this game, is like yoink farm from Team Spirit, and then anytime Spirit shows up to try to defend that farm, you kill them with Storm plus the Skywrath Mage. And it's going very well for Secret, especially because they have this Dawnbreaker who can play bot into Yatoro, and yeah, Yatoro's farming, but also so is Rezo down here.
Get the hook shot over on Mira. Just gonna push him back. Not looking to get overly aggressive. Just stay away from our creeps. This is our lane, this is our tire, the jungle. There's not much you can do about it right now. BKB completed now for the Razor. So he's catching up quite nicely. And the zip in over on the side. They see Toronto Tokyo, and looks like, no, from downtown, Puppy with the rocket flare.
It's a nice kill steal, because he gets XP for it. That gets him his Glimmer Cape too. It's a very nice Glimmer game. Lots of magic damage on the side of Team Spirit. Yataro's not really ready to chunk out that physical damage, and even he has a Maelstrom, so.
Oh, Mira, he's trying to do whatever he can to push out these waves. He's gonna get chased by Puppy and Crystallis. They have the vision, they have the slow, they've even got a hook shot if they want to use it. They don't even need to. This is zip in over, finding themselves Collapse. Things are just falling apart now here for Team Spirit, but they do have the Sunray, they do have the lasso. It's not going to be able to hold on for long enough as Collapse just getting chased away by Rezo. Does have that BKB, they'll turn back around. Yatro looking to go back and potentially, as they have the X marks, the spot over onto Zayat, but the follow with the Mystic Flare, the heal coming in hot from Rezo. Oh, it's almost enough to keep him alive, but just not quite. As they'll go for the Starbreaker, won't quite connect him on Yato. Crystallis, though, he is just running around. He's getting out the damage. He's got the BKB, and it's making Yato double think on this particular hit. And this is going to be a dead Phoenix. That egg will pop.
Almost a very good fight from Spirit, the way that they were playing it. They baited out some BKBs early. Nisha had to like zip and TP because he was just a little low, and I think he had like a Weaver bug on him too. Oh, Mira. Oh man, that would have been sick if he finds a pick off there, if he takes Rezo down. But Rezo was a little bit too quick on clearing the camp.
Nisha's just been so active here with Zayat. You love to see this combination. They'll pop the Lincolns. The rest of the Spirit, they need to get their hands on them, though. They just can't seem to get there quite fast enough. Although when Mira's here with the Avalanche and the toss back, that will do quite nicely.
Yeah, Zayat is definitely super killable for this game. Like he's very important too. We've seen him involved in like a lot of the kills. He's got 15 kills and assists.
Oh, but the Avalanche? No. Mira is going to be the one who dies here. I thought the Avalanche might have connected, but nope.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I like seeing Nisha this aggressive. This is what I like to see.
Yeah, this is exactly why they picked the Storm. And I think also this is why heroes like Batrider and Weaver are like popular in this meta, because Storm is not super popular and he's like the best assassin / jump hero in the game. So him being not in the meta like makes a lot of these other heroes much more viable, and that's exactly why they picked it this game, despite the hero not being very strong.
Now there is a BKB on Resolution, so they already go in. Uses that hammer. He's gonna have to pop the BKB to avoid the boat collapsing on him. But that is a BKB charge down, and that was the 8-second BKB.
I think Rezo's pretty okay with that. Like, he just wants to ult to fights anyway. He's got Egg Shard.
Polshka. Yeah, already Icarus dives away. He's like, nope. Rest of the team, side of Spirit. He's gonna try to run away here. So it's still smoked up. But not gonna be able to get their hands on them. Oh, never mind. I spoke a little too soon, because Puppey finding the hook shot will be able to erase Maposhka from the map. They have vision over there? How did they? He just guess?
Yeah, he had some high ground vision. It's daytime, so he saw him, and also he warded, he sentryed the high ground to make sure that he wasn't seen while he was like using the hook.
Right.
So yeah, just really nice play from Puppey there.
All right. Well, 11K net worth lead at 21 minutes in. And right now, Rezo's top of the net worth, followed closely by Crystallis, 11K on both of these guys. When do we start to see Spirit be able to be active here? Because it feels like they're just constantly being responsive.
I think Blink on Collapse is going to be a time where they can be active, because they can pull somebody out of the fight, and it's not really a 5v5 at that point. Because they can't really take a 5v5. Killing Zayat's first is definitely the best thing that they can do right now.
You see Crystallis over in the mid lane, so it looks like they're going to try to get the jump. But again, BKB's aplenty, as they don't quite manage to land Starbreaker. But oh, Puppey over on the lines, pushing Mira back. You go for the X and the boat combo in here. Not going to be able to save him, though, for the time being, as they'll find another kill on Maposhka. No egg available. Collapse is next to die. Secret is just dismantling them as they end up losing out throw. They're turning their attention to Toronto, Tokyo. This BKB is going to go down very soon, and the final click from Zayat will seal the face. That is a team wipe on Team Spirit.
How many times will Crystallis survive a fight at 10% HP? Good lord, this guy, I mean, I gotta say it again. If you had one less stat item, he doesn't survive there. I don't know if it matters in that particular fight. In the earlier ones, it did a lot. In that one, if he goes down, then yeah, it's like a light in the darkness. But I think Secret probably still wipes Spirit. Beautiful hook shot from Puppey, separating the fight, pushing Yatoro out. It was a big pain for him. Ends up getting him killed.
Okay, well, that is the mid tier 2 down now, and Secret is really just taking over this map. I have to hand it to Nisha. I love this aggression. He has been so active during this entire time.
that Cog was a 3-man Cog knockback, and then forcing Yatoro also to play in the river, which is horrible, a horrible place to be. That was cool from Puppy.
He saw the opportunity and he took it.
Yeah, that was dank.
Why, he's one of the best. And into the pit they go. I'd love to get this Aegis for Nisha. Spirit, they're just gonna have to push out these waves. They're not looking to get over there in any time soon, so this should be a free Roche. All right, there we go. There's the Aegis, and already seen Nisha be aggressive, taking some risks. I think he's going to be even riskier now.
Has a haste rune as well to boot. That's previous storm. Maybe that's not the greatest thing at this point in the game, but the zip is not super powerful. So
they want Rezo. They're going to force out the BKB on him. They have a massive amount of TPs, all 5 heroes on the side of Team Spirit, making their way top. But look at this net worth going for Team Secret. 14, 13, 13, like just right sitting on top with all of this juicy net worth. The next closest, of course, is Yatoro. He's got 12k, and then you've got Tokyo at 8.5.
Collapse has 6. Collapse is almost as little net worth as Puppy. That's oof. Yeah, I mean, he just hasn't had anywhere to farm. Like, this is what happens to offlaners when the map closes in like this. Secret has just done an amazing job at like we were talking about, yoinking the farm early, and the person that was standing there like watching the farm get yoinked was Collapse. That was his farm that was being stolen.
That's true. He does have a blink dagger now, but I think it's just so scary for him to jump in. Like, I think you really have to send Mira probably into his death, most likely, because he's got to blink in, get a toss, and try to separate, because the second that this Bat Rider tries to jump in, he has no real defensive items other than the Force Staff, and I feel like they just cancel out that jump, so he's held in place and just dies even if he gets a lasso off.
Yeah, it's been struggle city for him. I mean, at least he has the blink now to try to make it work. Collapse's positioning there was very nice, by the way. He knows that there's a ward on the right side of the base. Actually gets the D ward now, but positioned to the left while defending. If he got jumped in the base, the game is just over.
There's a beautiful hook shot from Puppy into 2, plus the Cog just splitting the fight so beautifully. Now you get the Egg of the Sunray off on the back line to buy just a little bit more time, but they get the jump over onto Collapse, so he is just out of here. They'll follow up. They do get the kill on Puppy, but he already did a great job in splitting up the fight. Mira, though, seeing the opening over on the Razor, does get the toss back, but now he's got to be careful because he's going to end up dying for that. Buyback coming out for the tiny Rezo, going in here with that Solar Guardian. Toronto Tokyo, he's going to get cut apart as Rezo's on the back line, trying to get the kill on Maposhka. He's already used the egg. He's pretty deep in this base. He's gonna have to regroup with the rest of the team as they ended up losing Puppy, but man, what a hook shot.
Once again, yeah. Hitting a really nice initiation. I think he got a double stun right to start there.
Oh, Mira. Dragged back here with that silence, with the clicks, with that final hit. The very hopeful Maposhka who's like, all right, I will Sunray, because that is all I can do. You are dead.
It's a dieback on him too, so Mira was closing in on that Force Staff, and not so much anymore. He's gonna end the game with a Blink Dagger, or the game's gonna end at like 50 minutes or later. So
I don't know. Puppy giving the poke over to Yatoro. Should be able to get the kill on the Clockwork, but it's not looking good for Yatoro because he is very dead.
Secret's been doing a good.
Get out of control.
They've been doing great at like canceling the Lincolns on Yatoro and then finishing him off afterwards. Actually, Nisha picks up an Orchid, goes for like a very late Orchid to deal with the Lincolns. Really. Also, Collapse does not have a BKB. He's not even going for one, so Orchid will be great against him. But Poshka has no items, so he's not going to be able to deal with the Orchid. Toronto Tokyo has BKB. Weaver does not have any BKB, not just yet. He's about 1,500 gold off. So the Orchid for the next few minutes is going to be extremely strong.
I just feel like they're so far behind on items over on the side of Team Spirit that they need so much to be able to stand toe to toe and even not even break even on these fights, but like just be able to kind of walk away.
Yeah, that's exactly why Collapse is going for the Aghanim Scepter on Bat instead of something like more reasonable in a normal game, like a BKB.
Yeah.
He does go for the Ogre Axe, so if he decides that this is a little too Hail Mary, he can go for the BKB. He's not committed to the Ags just yet, but he wants the Ags because he knows that in order to win this game, they're going to have to do something like abnormal. Like he needs to lasso 2 people rather than just 1.
Yeah.
Lassoing 1 guy is not going to be enough. They're too far behind. They need something better than that. They need to get like Storm and Razor together in a single lasso or something in order to win.
Tall order. We'll send over the illusion of the storm, try to get some information. Photo will clean that up. And look at the way that they're playing. They're like trying to kind of hide over in the corner so that way they don't get that much information. But top tower goes down. Got the Basher online now for resolution.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's looking like a hard game here for Spirit.
Boom! There it goes.
I'm trying to think of the play that they can make to come back. Oh boy,
Zip right
Mira.
past Mira. You can go down with Rezo for the spear. Solar Guardian. And the chase down on Maposhka. Yeah, they're just hemorrhaging these kills. Like, that's the thing. I feel like the way that Secret is playing this so well is that they're just constantly being aggressive. In fact, again, we see that over onto Yatoro. He does use his BKB, but he's got to use it really to run away. He can't stand toe to toe, not without the rest of his team up, not without having, you know, someone with the disables.
How did that cog knockback not work? I'm confused. Like, it looked like Yatoro,
Step lively now. Your admiral is
like he turned a bit or something, and I don't know. That was weird. That was weird. I like to see a replay of that fight to see how he got the BKB off. So I feel like Puppy was like chain stunning him there. He should have died. Very strange.
They're still hunting him too. Like, this is what I was saying, is that Secret is just not giving them a chance to breathe and try to come up with a new plan. Like, obviously these guys are incredible players. They are TI winners, so, you know, they think on their feet. But it almost feels like a breathless pace that's being set by the side of Secret.
Yeah, there's not much of an opening. Secret's got Lincoln Spheres, Sanjin Yasha's. Like, you'd think the lasso is probably the way back into the game, but against these items, it is just an ineffective ability. They're going to go for it anyway. Spirit, they're doing a Hail Mary. They're going to try to get something. Got good vision.
They do. They know that Rezo's over here. It could be the potential opening. So the drag back, even going so far as to hit up the egg right off the start. Just to make sure that they can't follow up as quickly and as easily as they'd like. But Crystal's, he's diving in here. Does have the BKB, just chasing after Toronto Tokyo. And Toronto Tokyo, he's realizing, oh god, I gotta get out of here. I gotta BKB and get out. Because Mira's already dead. Follow up with resolution. Nisha, he's got himself yet another double damage. So he is just trying to zip, but he's run out of mana. So a little bit of the drawback to the new storm here.
All right, so Roche may respawn in 6 seconds. Let's see.
God.
Let's see how lucky they get, because Tiny is dead for 20.
A minute
2 minutes.
44.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So not a super early spawn, which is, yeah, it's about the average spawn time.
Look at this. Nisha just sees this opening on Toronto Tokyo. Maposhka can't do anything. Just sunrays his dead little corpse.
Yep, they timed his BKB, and with the Skywrath, you get a stun on anybody. He full to zeros them. That's exactly what I was saying during the draft. Like, I love this hero because it means you can make plays with just 2 heroes, and they're good plays. You don't need 3. You always have enough damage. As long as you have a stun, Skywrath does enough damage to kill somebody.
Hunt in the bottom lane. They found themselves Yatoro. He's doing a little decent amount of damage. Got the BKB. Should be able to get the kill on Puppy, but this is looking a little bit scary now, as they do still have that.
he
got the gem. Okay, I thought that they picked it up. Oh, the zip in, though. He's not having that gem for much longer.
blown away.
They're going to go in on more here. You do have Collapse and Mira standing nearby. No
Crystal's
buyback
sprinting over.
down here.
Yep.
Tis mine.
Collapse is closing in on the Aghanim Scepter. He could cancel
Still got a
Anisha's
ways to go,
Lincolns.
though.
Nisha's TPing. Oh, they don't see it. Just
don't see it.
barely.
Another zip. We talked about that aggression. The Solar Guardian coming in from Rezo, and that's another kill. You just can't show up on this map. The second you show up, all of a sudden Nisha's there, and then you usually have a follow-up with Resolution. This hit squad is terrifying.
Yeah, this is feeling like old patch Storm, and you know he's got items now, so decent regen. Still using the Fairy's Trinket, but like this is how the entire previous patch felt: as you show anywhere and Storm just zips you.
True.
It's so hard to play against this in the late game.
Got the fortification up. Crystal's just wailing away on the tower. Got a satanic on Crystallis.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
I don't know. I don't know how you get them off of your base, especially not with Toronto Tokyo down. Like, he is pretty necessary. And yes, you have the lasso up, but again, every time that Collapse tries to go in for this, I feel like he just gets blown up. They have some sort of solution.
Yeah, at this point, he's waiting for the Ags. I mean, he's 1,000 off or 800 off, so this has been like, yeah. I mean, it does feel like they probably want to fight this. I don't think you give away an Aegis because you know the next siege is going to be just your entire base melting.
Can they get over there fast enough? That was the question, because they are smoked. They are getting there, but it's about half health here. I don't know. It's going to be very close.
Nisha's got an arcane rune.
Got the spider legs. Gonna be able to blink forward. The silence immediately coming out though. So they're gonna use the Mystic Flare. Mira is the first one dead. The buyback now coming out from Tiny. The zips going back and forth here from Nisha. They want to probably finish up this Roche. And they know that's going to be a little bit of time before the Tiny can get here. Toronto Tokyo throwing out the Torrent. They're just flirting back and forth, dancing, trying to figure out how do we get them out of this pit? How do we make them fight for this? But it's just going down too quickly. I'm not sure they're going to be able to do the zip forward here. Coming out again. They have the BKB. And they're going to jump over onto Crystals. They're going in pretty deep here. Yatoro trying to fight a way through the egg. It does manage to go off with the Sunray. And it's doing a decent amount. Resolution that will get the Aegis. They'll get the kill on Mirazai. It's next to fall. Toronto Tokyo. He's silenced up, but they'll finally get the kill over onto Crystallis. And they'll find Toronto Tokyo. Chase after Puppy. He's still invisible. They don't quite have the damage support coming out from Nisha yet again. He's got his eyes on Collapse. Look at the kill. Turn around over onto Popochka. He's silenced. Resolution's got himself a double kill, and he's still chasing after Yatoro. They've got another one of these hits coming out from the Skywrath. They're going to continue to chase. They don't quite have that vision, though, so it looks like Yatoro probably going to survive this. So the hammer, they're still chasing. They're hoping that they can get their hands on him, but they're not going to be lucky enough.
That was a little close for comfort for Secret. Like Spirit, Chrysalis has no buyback. He bought out. So if he died and a couple of other heroes died and, you know, Spirit ran down mid, there's potential there. But I like that Resolution grabs the Aegis in the middle of the fight. He prioritizes that because if he dies without buyback and so does Crystallis, it's just, it looks really rough. And so they prioritize getting that on him. He had no buyback. I don't even know if he had buyback, maybe he just grabs it because you're in the middle of a fight. You like may as well take the Roche if you can get it. Even though like obviously you'd kind of like to give it to Nisha. Storm Spirit, best Aegis carrier in the entire game. But yeah, the problem for Spirit is that they killed Crystallis, but there are 3 cores on Secret that are basically carries. Even Zayats feels a bit like a carry, even though he's the lowest net worth. He's doing a lot of damage and a lot of work in these fights.
Zip forward over onto Toronto Tokyo. He's got the BKB. The follow-up, though, from Resolution is going to start them. Oh, but the hookshot coming in from Puppy. He wants this kill on Toronto Tokyo. He is so deep into this by the zip forward coming out from Nisha. He wants this kill. They pop the Lincoln, so they managed to go and get the last off over onto Nisha. He's gone too far. He's dead. Those tips coming out. Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the hook Puppy was looking for. I think he went deeper than anticipated. And it was a good hook, like, regardless, in terms of the amount of heroes that he hit, but into the tier 4s, and Nisha kind of gets baited. Puppy has to back off. He's got the Weaver bugs, almost gets 2-shot by Yatoro, and he was just focusing the bugs and pinging for people to kill the bugs with him. And so during that, Nisha gets himself killed. Collapse does have the Ags now on Batrider, so he can grab 2 people with the lasso, which is Yeah, that's a way back into the game if he can get 2 important heroes. And I feel like all of the secret heroes, maybe barring Puppy, are really solid to get in the lasso. But even if you get Puppy plus 1 of the other heroes, like if it's a core especially, it'll be good. I think Spirit can win the fight, even with this deficit.
I feel Puppy is doing such a great job in terms of splitting these fights. Like every time that they get into a 5v5, the way that he manages to hookshot in with the cogs always separates at least 1, if not 2 heroes. So you've got 2 fights going on and it's super disorganized, not the way that, you know, Spirit wants to be playing these fights.
I was going to say after that fight, Puppy wants a Ghost Scepter because you're right. He is splitting the fights incredibly well, but he's dying in the process or getting low enough that he has to ping his team to like hit his bugs, and then his Storm Spirit, who goes in too deep, dies. And the Ghost Scepter will like he can go in and then get himself out. A lot of people go for the jetpack as well, so they can do that. But he prioritized going for the Lotus Orb instead, which it's a great Lotus game, so I can understand why. But he is going for that Ghost Scepter next. He almost has it.
27k net worth lead. We still have the Aegis on resolution for another minute or so. But Team Spirit, they continue to hold, especially after that little dive that came out from Nisha. They've got to be feeling very good now.
Yeah. I don't know about very good, but...
I mean, it's a morale booster, right? You know, like, oh, look at this guy.
Yeah.
He's diving. He's down. Kill him, kill him, kill him. And then, you know, you get this opening because Nisha has been an absolute terror this game. He has been involved in how many kills?
I think already Tundra being 0-2 and them taking a game off of Secret, they're probably feeling decent about this. Like going 1-1 in this series is okay. Like obviously they're still gonna try to win. That's a given. But yeah, they're not feeling too bad. They're not feeling too like insanely pressured.
Sure, they would still like to win.
In this game, they are. In this game,
we are gamers. We always want to win. But they did say that, you know, the power of friendship is a big deal for Leon. See how fast Maposhka's just like, nope, 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 nope. Don't want to get that hook shot. Yatro. Got the Scotty online. A couple clicks. Does have flicker too. I do like that pickup. No. Gives the ninja gear to collapse. That is such a good item for him.
And the Timeless Relic too. He's holding both of these items because the Timeless Relic for the double lasso is really important. It's like that is going to be a 5-second lasso on 2 units. That's huge. Refresher would be great on Collapse too at a point, but he's going for the Eon Disc instead. So that way he can survive the initiation of Nisha. And there's a lot of items that would be ideal on Collapse, but unfortunately he does not have the farm.
And it's just been a hard game for him.
You thought you had me, didn't you?
And they see Puppy. They see that he rocketed from the high ground there, so they don't know who is in the area, but they know the Puppy was there.
There's no way they go in on that, right? Not with no vision on the map and not being able to see anyone else.
If somebody walks on the ward, for sure, but they're gonna camp the ward and wait to see if somebody comes into there. They're not gonna move out of this ward vision. There's no point. Like they're already not farming at all. You don't need to venture out. Like they've accepted that this is their game plan.
And the edge sword gets found. Got an orchid now on Dawnbreaker. Good grief.
Yeah, full Bloodthorn actually. He converted the Mage Slayer into Bloodthorn.
Oh, I like that. It's a very smart move.
Extra damage, gives him crit on his Starbreaker. And a Lincoln's cancel too.
This feels like Secret's taking their time. They're playing up around the Roche Pit. They want to grab that. Should be up in about another minute or so. And Team Spirit just staying very tightly knit here, trying to find whatever farm they can and just continuing to dodge because they don't have a lot of vision up. They have this one ward over on the eye spot in the top area, but otherwise, they don't really know where people are until they show up in the lane. And they're doing a great job of playing off the map for the most part.
Yeah, at this point, I'm losing it. Spirit is relegated to just chilling in their base, like pushing out the waves. It's unfortunate. You don't want to be in this situation in Dota, but sometimes you're just forced to be in it because of the early mistakes that you make.
Well, now they're going to try to venture out. They've got Collapse front and forwards. He does have the double lasso. So anyone who shows up on this creep wave is going to have to deal with that.
They're going for a long wraparound.
I think they kind of have to, right? Like, they've got to take them by surprise.
They might find somebody here. This is a good wraparound.
The Puppy, look at the immediate jump from Collapse, but there's going to be the follow-up from Nisha. He's going to find many heroes here, though, which I'm not sure he was expecting, as they do get the silence off over onto Maposhka. They want to make sure that they can't get the egg off. They can't. Yeah, they can't. There's a nice hook shot coming in from Puppy as they'll start to drain away over onto Collapse. He's got to teleport out. He can't stand here and go toe-to-toe with them. Over on the side, Toronto Tokyo popping the BKB ensures that he's going to be able to run away. Flicker gets used by Yatro. Mira standing nearby. If necessary, he can try to slow them down. He does use the avalanche, and the rest of Spirit, they just hightail it out of there. They killed themselves, one person on the side of Secret. They fought back, but they ended up losing their bird, and that's a very big part of their team fight.
Resolution got very unlucky there, by the way. Toronto Tokyo BKB TP'd, and Resolution got, I think, 3 Starbreaker hits on him with the basher and did not bash. It happens. Puppy did buyback, though, so it's a win condition. Unfortunately, it is the most worthless hero on Secret. But it is still a win condition where Puppy will be dead for like 100 seconds if he dies again.
I mean, he's earning his keep this game for sure, the way that he's been playing.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's like a 5 position, right? So it's like killing a Clockwork
not
is
as
not
valuable as like getting Nisha or
no.
Exactly.
Like if you kill Nisha and he has no buyback, the game actually can just end. But with Puppy being dead, I still think Secret can 4v5 with the lead that they have. It's like, yeah, like just, you know, the math is easy. Puppy has 10k net worth. If he dies, Secret still has a 24k net worth lead, right?
You can see the line being drawn. They got to get over there, and they got to get over there fast. No, this Roche is going down too quickly. They're not going to be able to do it.
No. Yeah, they're chilling in their base mode. They've been that way for a while. They understand the situation that they're in.
Immortality.
We end up...
Collapse.
Okay, interesting. They give it to Crystallis. The Aegis, the Cheese is going to go over to Storm and the Refresher. I guess Nisha's been playing such a good job here that he's feeling pretty invincible.
He's got buyback as well on Nisha, so that's like effectively an Aegis. And Crystallis also is going to be the Sieger in the next fight. So it means he can sit there and siege, and if he gets lassoed in, it's like, who cares? You know, nobody cares. He's gonna have
coming
the
right
Aegis.
back up again. Getting closer and closer to that 50-minute mark. I have to say, Team Spirit doing a good job of turtling. It's a 40k net worth lead. Oh, they get the courier, though, and that had a sacred relic on it. We were just gonna head towards that rapier territory, and it's gonna be 3.5 minutes of not being able to get that portion of it.
Well, to be fair, it's going to take probably more than 3.5 minutes to farm the Demon Edge anyway, so...
Yeah.
At the time that he gets the Demon Edge, at least he'll be able to get the courier back fairly soon after. Secret, they're like savoring this one, it feels like. Not willing to go high ground, really respecting the defense of Team Spirit. I think probably the lasso is the big thing that they're afraid of. The potential to get lassoed into the deep tier 4s, or hell, maybe even the fountain.
I mean, they were having a very solid game until that one little overzealous moment where Puppy hookshotted pretty far into the base, and then Nisha dove on a little bit further and ended up dying. So perhaps that's why they're feeling a little bit more shy about this. They're smoked up, though. They're looking to see if they can get a jump on Yatro, but Yatro already just hightailing it out of that area, and he's pushed the creep wave out pretty far. Double damage rune is available. They ping it out. They're just effectively turtling. So a little bit boring right now for our viewers, but it is raising the stakes monumentally as the time goes on. There is a find here as they find Maposhka, and they'll grab themselves up. Is there a gem there? Yeah, there's a gem over on the ground. Collapse though, he goes for it. Oh, geez, all right. He needs to be careful now because there is quite a few people jumping their way over to try to punish him for it, but looks like he's going to be able to walk away. He was silenced during that too, so it wasn't even like he was going to be able to get that lasso off. And Crystallis just starts wailing away. Does have that double damage. The fortification's going to come out from the side of Team Spirit.
And no ags on the Razor, so at least the Eye of the Storm's not hitting the tower, but still he does a good amount of damage.
I'd say so, yeah.
With the DD attack speed talent as well.
Okay, Lotus toss back though coming out from Mirror. Resolution finding this opening though, closing gap over onto Mirror, gets that kill. And there's gonna be the double lasso that we talked about. It's Puppey and it's Crystallis, and they're both getting dragged back all the way to the fountain. Puppey will die. That is the Aegis. That is gonna be being used now, coming out from Crystallis. He'll pop the Lotus. Turn his attention back to the building. Throw out a little bit of a cheeky torrent.
Dire's bottom barracks.
But Crystallis doesn't seem like he wants to leave. He's just going to continue to hit on the base. Onto Tokyo. X marks the spot, but they've already lost that Rax. And they'll go and use the refresher shard, or hand it over at least to Crystallis, so that way he can get all of his stuff back up and running again the next time he wants to use it.
Probably safer at this point to wait for Puppey to respawn rather than going up high ground. Also, Nisha, half mana. I don't think he wants to just use the cheese willy-nilly on this new version of Storm. Getting a full mana pool from that cheese feels extremely good. So yeah, they're gonna wait.
Nisha with a completed sheep stick. Like, everybody's just getting loaded at this point. 50 minutes into the game, we've got the overwhelming blink on Resolution.
Nisha picks up a haste. He's happy about that because it means the fact that he has no boots feels a little less pathetic as the rapier comes out from Yatoro. So this is Hail Mary territory. This is what they've been waiting for the entire game. Moxie, they have the one Geminated attack talent too on Weaver. Like, this is one of the best rapier carriers in the entire game.
Smoke on smoke action. Throw. Reveal it over here. The jump forward immediately from Collapse gets off that double lasso, and it will end up proc, but they get the kill on Nisha. He's down for 90-something seconds. They'll follow up on Zayat. They're going to chase after Resolution. They got the Sunray. They got the egg off the zip forward here. Crystallis, he goes, he refreshes, turns back around. Is going to try to take as much as he can from Toronto Tokyo as Puppey goes onto the back lines, finds himself Maposhka. Does still have that force staff available. Now Yotoro turns back around, gets a couple of these clicks off. Look at the damage being happened here, but it's going to have to go use the time lapse. Try to run away. They have the vision, the follow-up. This is bad. They can't afford to lose this rapier, and he's gonna end up dying. He drops it over on the ground. Crystallis picks it back up. They'll turn their attention. Mira's just getting chunked away. The Sunray doing a decent amount here, but not nearly enough, as they're gonna end up losing Mira. They end up losing Maposhka. The buyback on Mira as Collapse is so low here. Look at this. He's got to teleport out immediately and rejoin with the team. That is a rapier gone and picked up now for Crystallis. This is looking like the end of the game soon.
It looks like it. And Crystallis, or sorry, Yatoro queues up another one. So he's like, okay, we'll go round two.
Never give up.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, like I think a Razor with a rapier is less sick than a Weaver with a rapier. I mean, it's still really good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You've tons of minus armor. You're attacking very quickly. Man, if only Team Spirit knew that Nisha didn't have buyback. Like, I wonder if that would make them play that fight a little bit differently, where they realized that they actually had a real opening in the game to win. That double lasso was perfect. It was on.
Well, they got another one. They're gonna have 4 lassos technically, because they're got the lasso off cooldown, and they've got a refresher now over on Collapse. So if these guys get a little too cheeky, if they get a little too bloodthirsty, they can definitely drag them very far back. In fact, look at Collapse finding the opening, dragging over onto Crystallis. Nisha zipping forward. That's a dead Collapse. There is no buyback over on this bat right. Turning their attention over to Mira. They get the kill. Now it's Toronto Tokyo. He's used his BKB. He's going back to the base. He's gonna say GG, as this is a split series as expected, coming out for Team Spirit versus Team Secret.
Well, that was the longest game that Secret has played in this tournament, at least. So Spirit, they they tried their best. Secret just flawless. They took a really long time to go high ground because their heroes are just not particularly good at sieging, and they were really respecting the Batrider Lasso, which we can see exactly why they were respecting it near the end there, really waiting for those Lotuses to come out. But man, what a beautiful performance from Secret. I feel like after game one, a lot of people were thinking like, oh man, Spirit is in absolute peak form, which probably is the case, but this Secret is something to behold.
It is terrifying when they get that momentum going, when they have the right heroes. Like, it just looks so incredibly good. So as expected, they recovered very nicely from game number one, where I felt like, Spirit, they really just put the moves on him. But this time around, it was a little slow, it was a little methodical coming out from the side of Secret, because, I felt like they could have potentially kind of closed out the game a little bit earlier, but they did have a couple overzealous moments. But yeah, they look great. I mean, everybody's getting into form before TI, before the major. And I think this is a team that you've got to be very worried about. I love seeing the camaraderie between these two guys here.
The bubbies. They're the bubbies. Yeah, they're the bubbies.